Secretary of State Rex Tillerson is telling NATO allies it's time to pay up. Tillerson has given NATO partners a deadline to come up with plans to chip in more for their own defense. Correspondent Edson reports tonight from Brussels.
Secretary of State Rex Tillerson went to his first NATO meeting and gave U.S. allies an assignment. Those failing to meet the NATO defense spending threshold should offer a plan on how they'll eventually honor that commitment.
Ensuring that NATO has all of the resources, financial and otherwise, that are necessary for NATO to fulfill its mission.
Secretary Tillerson gave them less than 2 months, May 25th. That's the next NATO leaders meeting. In 2014, NATO leaders agreed to move towards a target of spending 2% of the size of their country's economies on defense. The U.S., United Kingdom, Poland, Greece, and Estonia are the only 5 NATO countries reaching that target. There are 28 nations in NATO. As for the U.S. response, if NATO countries fail to spend more on defense, State Department officials refuse to say. The German foreign minister is already pushing back on the U.S. request. Reuters reports Foreign Minister Sigmar Gabriel responded, quote, 2% would mean military expenses of some 70 billion euros. I don't know any German politician who would claim that is reachable nor desirable. Before reprimanding NATO allies on defense spending, Secretary Tillerson opened his remarks to international counterparts, stressing the U.S. commitment to NATO is strong and the alliance remains the bedrock for transatlantic security, a message of relief for some.
I remember at the beginning of the presidency, there was saying, okay, NATO is not so important anymore. It is not the key for security. Now we see that the United States says, no, it is the cornerstone of transatlantic alliance.
Secretary Tillerson also warned Russia that NATO is fundamental to countering Russian agitation and aggression.
He gave a very strong message, stressing that the United States is together with Ukraine in fighting the Russian aggression.
Ukraine's foreign minister also says Tillerson promised the United States would maintain sanctions against Russia until it honors ceasefire agreements in Ukraine. NATO leaders also discussed counterterrorism and fighting ISIS, as there are still questions over formulating strategy, like whether the Trump administration will look to work with Russia on trying to fight ISIS, and what the future of Syria may be, and whether Syrian President Bashar al-Assad will be a part of it. Chris.
Edson reporting live from Brussels. Rich, thank you.